Good morning, everybody. So I know this seems a little bit crazy. It's the middle of June, and I got Christmas out. I'll tell you why I do. Christmas in July is a big month for crafters. All the companies put out Christmas products for Christmas in July. Now, I'm all about wonderful Christmas stuff. I love Christmas stuff. But I like to do this. I like to do this every year. I want you to think about it. And maybe before Christmas in July comes up, you go through and you see what you already have, because maybe you don't need anything. Maybe at Christmas time last year, you bought some closeouts or some good deals for Christmas stuff that you forgot you had. So before the Christmas in July starts, please go through and see what you have. I have noticed Crafter's Companion already has a Christmas mystery bag or box or whatever that they're selling, and some of the other people during the craft stream talked about Christmas in July coming, and I've been kind of not knowing what to do for videos because I have to stack up a bunch for while I'm gone. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I go through some of the stuff that I have and show them, and maybe it'll remind them, oh, that's right, I have that, I have that, I have that. And I kind of like to do this before Christmas in July. I think I did last year and the year before. So, this was a Violet Studios paper pack, the Nutcracker. And if you have this, go through and look. A lot of this is stuff I'm not necessarily going to use because it's just not my style. But there are some stuff I will use. And it's just finding a way to use it. And baubles. See these? I love, love, love this paper with the nutcrackers on it. It's all this. It's all nutcracker stuff. The Nutcracker, of course, is ballet, so they got the ballet dancer on here. The trees, and there's foil on that. So I think I kind of have an idea of what I might want to do. And I'm more a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas stuff. I will do the other stuff just because you end up with the product. But that's not necessarily my thing. I am more of a traditionalist. I like the red, green, gold, silver, maybe some of the blue in there, but like this pink, I'm not using this for Christmas more than likely. Now the red, yes, the red I would use. This I would use, you know, the more traditional. This I would use. This would be really good for like a snow scene, right? So let me see here. What I want to do is I want to get a topper out of this because I believe I can. And I really like these nutcrackers. Or these are even nice. Even these I would use. So let me go ahead and use, wait a minute. Alright, I'm going to use from here. And like I said, no, that's not going to work. Because of the mouse's nose. I would have to leave the mouse on. Oh, wait, I know how I can do it. Okay. So I'm going to get this Christmas tree. And I'm going to get this Nutcracker. Okay. Now this is pretty thin. It's paper, not cardstock. But what basically I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut. You know, I think I'm going to leave the hair off. It's going to be too much to cut out. And here's something else to remember. So I'm fussy cutting it, and I'm fussy cutting it close, so I'm not leaving any paper. And that means I also need to get into this white here and get that out. The reason that I'm cutting this one so close is because of the fact that the papers were basically two different colors. And I don't want to have that on my cut. If you don't mind it, then better for you. Okay, there's this. There's the Nutcracker. And now the tree. So this is going to be kind of a tough one. And this one I'm probably going to have to leave some of that color, and I'm not going to be able to do all those cuts. kind of tedious. It's probably tedious for you to have to be watching also, huh? But I don't edit. And there's been times where I thought, man, they don't need to see all of this. And then something will happen and it'll be like, see, that's why it's important to show everything. Because look what happened, you know? So I'll come back to that star. Now, if you have another star to put on the tree, you can just cut that off and put the other star on. Remember those stickers when we were kids? Those star stickers our teachers used to put on our papers. We used to think that was the most amazing, awesome thing, right? When we got a star on our paper. You always wanted to see the star on your paper. It's hard for me to see in this light the image here, so if I'm not doing so great a job, that's why. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, even if I had that, I wouldn't do that. You don't have to, but you could just do a quick, use a die, like an oval or something, and cut that out. It's all about what you're willing to do. It would be easier if I could see it better. It's not looking too bad. The light's kind of weird, like it should be really bright right now, but I don't know if it's the blue background paper making it worse or what, but I kind of want to keep that little holly sprig on there. So, here you can tell I'm not doing so great around that holly sprig, but who's going to really notice that? Okay, now I can come in here and just, 'cause this is where I cut that mouse's nose off. So I'm just gonna add a few cuts and you won't even notice. I'm not a big fan of how I'm doing along here. All right, so now I have a Christmas tree and a tin soldier. All right, so the rest of it is just gonna be doing some basically paper layering, and so I have to decide. Let me grab a card blank and then we'll just go by whatever the first card blank size is that I grab. Okay. It doesn't look like the 4x6. It looks like the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, right? Yep. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Here's the tree. The tin soldier boy, he needs a little work. I don't like that. I'm just gonna snip that corner. I don't like that corner. All right. Okay, so background papers. That's what I need. Some background papers. So, of course, I don't want anything super busy. I don't know about the trees, so I'm keeping my finger there. We also got the holly. So the leaves, the holly. That could be really pretty. It goes with the stars, and that could be really pretty. And that's too dark. So I'm doing a lighter scene. So this, no, I don't think so. This, I'm thinking the holly and the red. So let's do holly. I'm gonna get the red out first because it's gonna be easier to get out while I'm holding the other pages. And the holly. What do we think? I'm thinking holly, and then this. Now see, that's not really gonna work too great. So I need a lighter background scene. I don't think that will work too great. That's too busy. So I need maybe just some white. Let's see. Yes, I think that will work. Okay. So I need to get these on white. And these cut down. Now, I think this, it just doesn't go. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I seen that scrap sitting there, and I thought, well, let me make sure this isn't gonna work. So this scrap will work. Okay. So this one, I wonder which should go in which order. Wonder which order, that's gonna be important. So do we want this or I think that, right? Okay. So this one I'm gonna do just a little under 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So first I'm going to cut off the 4 1/4 size. I like to cut the smaller piece off first, and that leaves me a larger scrap back here. So 4 1/4, and I want to be a little less than that, and I want it straight. I just like it. Don't like hangover on my card blank. 5 1/2. And I want to go a little bit less, just because I don't want overhang on my card blank. So there. So that was 4 1/4, 5 1/2. This is going to be 4 1/2. No, 4 by 5 1/4. By 5 1/4. That's a 1/4 inch, which gives me 8 inch border. It needs to be a little less. So we're 4 1/4. No, we're at 4. So 3 3/4. I'm just taking another 1/4 off. And 5. Now it's all looking like it's going to be too small, right? But no, it still fits, and I do not have a problem with having something come off of the now what am I trying to say? 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm gonna go just under that. 3 3/4. No. I'm doing it way too. Let's see. Okay, 5 by. This was 3 3/4. 3 1/2. Okay. I also do not have a problem when it's a little bit bigger on one side than the other, and I'll show you why. I'll show you how this can work. See, to me, that still works. And then when we put the oversized embellishments on, then it really works, right? There it is. These are, I believe it could be even sooner than last year's. I mean, even longer than last year's. I'm just going to use the tape. Now, for the longest time, I would never use tape even for my videos. And always because you don't know about the staying power of the tape. So what I'm going to tell you is, if you think that your card is just going to get tossed, then you go right ahead. First of all, I don't know if you want to send it to anybody that you think's going to toss it, but if you just enjoy sending the cards, but you think it's going to get tossed, you use your tape. It's easy, quicker, and I wouldn't worry about it. But if you think that the person is going to want to save this card and keep this card, use glue or use both, but don't rely on the tape to hold up over time. Like the ones I sell, I don't suspect those people are keeping those cards forever. I'm still putting my best effort in, and I'm not thinking it's gonna. The only sentimental value to it is whoever gave it to them, not the make of the card itself. If that makes sense. I'm going to use glue for this because I don't think I'm going to be able to get the tape all on here, and I think it'll rip and stuff. So I will use glue. I'm going to purposely go off the border here. Maybe not quite so much. And then he can be right on it. See? Gives that little bit of dimension. I maybe could have done a better job cutting this out, but with the darkness, it was kind of tough. If your eyes are better than mine, then please. And there it is. Out of the Nutcracker, Violet Studios, and Violet Studios is, I don't know who they were before Crafters Companion got them. I don't even know if they existed before Crafters Companion. But for right now, or in the past, that I've known them since Crafters Companion has had them, they are the kind of budget side of Crafters Companion, but I didn't center that very good. Did I? It needed to come over this way more, but it's down. All right. Now you could always put these, you can put these, you can back them on other paper, but then you're going to have to fussy cut all of that too. This is sturdy enough for me. So it basically now just needs a sentiment. And I would just put a happy holidays and then put more in the inside. So there we go. There is our first one, and we will keep working on using older Christmas items before Christmas in July. All right, everybody. If you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.